Hello guys, welcome to my YouTube channel. How are you guys doing? Hope you guys are doing great. Welcome to another video. So if you are new here, I'm Nuella, a Cameroonian YouTuber based in Gaoundé, the Adamawa region of Cameroon. I do content on faith, relationship, lifestyle, and many others. So I've seen a lot of people that ask this particular question, that can you get married to a man who is still living in his father's house? So it's a yes and it's a no. So I'm just going to explain in this video if it has been your case, or if you are a lady about to get married and your guy is still living in his father's house. Stay tuned and watch this video to the end, and I bet you won't be disappointed. I'm just going to begin by telling my story because I met my husband in 2017. I was still in school, and at that particular moment he was living alone, and I don't know what happened. It's like somebody stole from him the person that he was cohabiting with. He said somebody came and was cohabiting with him, like he did not have where to live. He said, please, can I live with you, that kind of. And after which one day he went to work, and on coming back the person has sweep his house, like gather everything and disappear out of town, like disappear with his things, pack all his things and disappear with. So that particular moment that I met him, he had to like go to his family's house, like he was living there with his mother at that moment while waiting to get a place. So when I met him and we were discussing the 2017, at that time I was still in school, I was far, he was in Douala, I was in Gaoundé. We were just discussing over the phone, I think for about 2 months before I went to Douala to meet him. So when I went to Douala, I met him. I don't know, we're just discussing since he was like serious to get married to me. I was just like, where do you live? Blah blah blah. And I discovered that at that particular moment he was living with his mother. He told me that he's living in their family house because this is what just happened to him. And I was like, Ogasa, when did this particular thing happen to you? He said some few months back. I was like, okay, but you're working and you're making money. Why don't you look for your own place? So he was like, okay, I should just give him some time. He's going to do. I was like, okay. In my heart, I was like, I'm not going to get married to you if you are not living alone. So I understood that at that particular moment he had lived alone, but because of the what happened, he had to live with his mother for some time. So but I did not like, I was not like, oh, because he said he's going to look for his own place, let me just be patient. I was hitting Oga, like we just knew each other that moment, and I'd not yet accepted him, but it was as if he was one of the goals or one of the things that is going to push me to accept him. So reasons why he had to like fast when I look for a house and started living alone. So when he said that he has to look for a place and he's living alone, I was like, okay, that's good, that's good. After some few months, like we're discussing, and I was also praying and discovered that no, he's a nice person. He has come to stay. He has come to settle. That's how I accepted him, and today we are married. So what am I trying to say? For you to get married to a guy who is living in his father's house, there must be some things that he's doing, like in process. For example, if you meet a guy who is maybe building his house, look at the fact that he does not want to spend a lot of money to rent. So for the moment he is living in his father's place, you have to cross check and be sure that what he is saying is true, is right. And also he cannot just sit in his father's house and say he's building. I am not seeing like the progress of the building. If he says, okay, he's living in his father's house, he's building his house, ask him that, okay, how long are you going to finish building? Like those are the kind of questions you're supposed to ask. If you say, okay, maybe in 2 years time I'm going to finish building my house, or in a year time, okay, you're good to go. Like you can be able to get married to him. Look at the fact that he's working and he's also building his house. It's true that it's not going to be easy, because living with family, extended family, or let me say your in-laws, it is not easy. I've seen a lot of people here who have come and complain on social media, or people will live around, they'll tell you the hell they go through with their mother-in-laws, especially mother-in-laws and sister-in-laws. Those people are are not easy. So it is not going to be easy. So you have to put all those things, take all those things into consideration. Or if possible, you build a good relationship with your mother-in-law or your sister-in-laws. In fact, both of them, in order for you to stay well with them in that particular house if they are living there. So if he's having a particular project, like maybe also he wants to go out of the country, so he's looking at the fact that rather than living alone, he's going to spend a lot of money and he's working his documents to travel. You can be able to like consider also and live with him like in his father's house, or marry him and live with him in his father's house. But like I said, you have to do a lot of cross check, because these men like this, some of them, hey, they are sweet. Oh, they can give you some movies, they can narrate you some things that are sweet, and you just fall into it, into their trap. And Oga is there living and he's not making any statement. He's just there 1 year, 2 years, 3 years, 4 years. He's not, like, nothing is moving, and you find yourself living with your in-laws and having problems every day. So those are the conditions that you have to check. If he is building, okay, good. If he's having a particular project or a particular business, or but he should give you a time limit. When are you guys going to leave his father's house? He should give you a particular time limit that, okay, we are going to get married, but after 2 years we are going to leave my father's house. Like, we'll live there just for 2 years, and after that we are going to look for our own place, or after that we are going to have our own apartment that I'm building, or after that we are going to move out of the country. Like, those are the things. Then no aspect of this particular part is that if you meet a guy that is just living with his parents, he does not even have forward, head and tail. Like, he does not even have his direction. He does not even know where he's going. In fact, how can you get married to a man that does not even know where he's going? Like, men are the visions bearers, and we as ladies, we are just there to support them. We are just there to help them accomplish their visions. We are there to, like, help them. So if he's just there living in his father's house, he does not even know his direction. He does not even have plans of living alone. Why are you getting married to him? It's a no for me. Like, it's a no. I will not. Like, don't. If you are watching this video and it's your case, don't. Like, if he's just there, he's working and making the money, and he just decides to live in his father's house just like that, like, without any reason, and he wants to get married to you, oh, be careful. It's true that some people might be, I've seen a case of someone who is the only son of his mother, and the mother is living alone in their family house, and he's living with the mother. So he wants to get married to a particular lady, and the lady is skeptical because the mother controls the guy. It is normal. He's his only son. You know how mothers are, which is very bad. That is even a red flag, because when you live there, the mother is going to control the son and control you. Like, he's going to control your marriage. She's going to be the one doing everything in your marriage. She's going to be the one commanding your marriage, which is a red flag. So in that particular situation, he's not supposed to be living with the mother. Yes. Because the mother is looking at the fact that maybe when she dies, he is the one that is going to inherit the property, since he's the only child and he's the only son. So the mother insisted that he should live with her while he gets married. And for me, I think it's a no. If it's a mother-in-law that has a good character, like she behaves well with her daughter-in-law, okay, it's good. That one we can be able to tolerate. But if she's like that kind of manipulative, always controlling the son, always telling him what to do, I'm not going to enter that kind of marriage. Please don't do that. Don't enter that kind of marriage. You're going to suffer. In fact, I don't even support the fact that you get married to your husband and you are living in his family house. I have a colleague that told me something of recent. The husband is working and she too is working. The husband is in another town. And looking at the fact that the husband family is present in the town that she's working, the husband pleaded with her to live with his family for the moment. Like, in fact, not for the moment, to live with his family. And she told me that she has supported for 2 years and is not going. She has her money. She's looking for her place. If the husband don't want to look for her an apartment, she's going to look for her apartment and go with her 2 children. That's what she told me. And it's not easy. I understood her because I've not been there. I've never lived with my in-laws. Like, I always go and visit them, make some days or some weeks and come back. But I've seen people who have lived with their in-laws, like they are married and they are living in their in-laws house, like living their husband's father's house, and it is hell. It is not easy. And I don't even love that particular stage or that particular method, because you will not feel like you are not the one controlling, you are not the one commanding, you are not the one doing. You will not be able to do that which you like to do, like if you are living on your own in your own house or in your husband's house. You understand what I'm trying to say? So please, if you find yourself in such situation, check these 2 cases. Check very well. Make sure the person is in a project, is having a project that is doing. Make sure it's just for a short period of time. It's not going to be long. It's just temporal, and yeah, you're good to go. But if that's not the case, please don't accept to get married to a man who is still living in his father's house. Period. So I'm just going to end this video here. If you see this video worth sharing, make sure you share, make sure you like, make sure you put your comments below. And if you are new here and not subscribed, please subscribe and support your girl. Without further ado, see you in my next video. Love you, bye bye, and take care. Mwah, 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 mwah.